Hey guys, this is Leg here. I'm going to be making a few videos about how to snipe and just general gameplay skills and tactics that you can use in game. I made a post on the forums just saying if people would want me to do this or if I'd just be wasting my time. But I got a few replies back, and yeah, I guess I just want to make a few videos anyway. So today I'm going to be showing you how to pick out where people are coming from, so sound. Sound is like the most important part, I reckon, of knowing where an enemy is, because you have to pinpoint their location. Knowing where they are coming from is a big advantage, because then you can get ready, prepare. So anyway, before we get into any games, the settings that you should have to become a sniper, or just for any gaming, I reckon, for Soldier Front, is the graphics. Make sure it's on low, because if you have it on high, you can see the differences with all these extra things in there to make it look better. But if you're in a map, that can actually really distract you, and it can obscure your line of sight, especially when you're sniping. Like on Riverside, you'll see lots of leaves falling from the sky and everything, and that can be distracting, as well as other things in different maps. So I have that on low to get rid of all the grass as well. For the sound, you don't want to have any background music, because as you see there, you can hear, you won't be able to hear any sound if you have background music on in-game. Same with environmental sound, so that'll be things like water fountains, and so you don't want that because you won't hear anything. So put both of those down to 0. The sound effects, that's the footsteps, the gunshots, that's what you want to have up as well. Voices, the radio messages, you can just leave that, or if sometimes your teammates use them and you can't hear anything, so you can put that down a bit, but I don't mind too much about that. Okay, and also make sure on the visual settings here, go to additional settings, and make sure all of these are off. I just leave this anti-aliasing on just because I like it on. But yeah, you want to make sure you have gore off, because I think the default setting is gore on, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you get shot, blood goes on your screen and you can't see anything. So just make sure that's off as well. Okay, so that's your settings done. I'm actually just going to be doing some training, and I'm just going to spawn some bots around the place, so to use examples for sound. Okay, so my home map, as a lot of people know, is Temple. I usually always do sniper around Temple on there. And make sure you have your sniper in one of your bags. My favourite sniper is the CT, because I've just used that for a long time. I got that from the backgun cap. I just spent so much on the backgun cap hoping to get the backgun, and I did. I got 3 of them. And I got a lot of the CT for 7 days as well as that. Okay, so first things first. What we're going to do is we're going to teach you the different sounds of the surfaces that the ground make. So this is important as well. Okay, so most of the maps, I reckon, have this sort of ground, like they have concrete, cement ground, and it's always the same sound when you run like this. So in multiple maps like Satellite, Missile Base, Skyline, and just a whole lot of them, there's always some part of the map where it has this sound on the ground. So yeah. And this is also for sand grounds, like on desert. I think it's the same on jungle, and just other maps where it's sandy, and yeah, you hear this sort of sound. So you have to be able to know the difference between different surfaces. And the metal on Skyline, that has like a metal sound, and on base, same as that. But with this one, there's only 2 sounds, which is good, which is why I'm also using this map. So you know whether the person is up top or on the bottom of the map most of the time. So yeah, you hear this sound difference on the bottom, and then when you got these sounds here, you can hear the difference between the sounds. Okay, so that's the ground differences for this one. So I reckon Temple is a pretty good map to try out on, to try good skills out on. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spawn some bots, and I'm going to teach you how to try and locate where the bots are. I mean, like, you're going to see where I put them, but I'm not going to just go there because I know I put them there. I'm going to locate them because they're going to be making sound, and to know where they are. Okay, so first bot I'll just place up here. Okay, so he's jumping, he'll be making sound. And I'll just go on the other side of the map. Just say I was starting on this other side. I'll place multiple bots in a second. Okay, so just say you are up here, you're starting the map. Okay, you were running along. Okay, and when I want to pinpoint someone's location, I usually just stay in one spot and I'll just listen for one sound. If I hear a close sound, I know they're... If I hear a loud sound, I know they're close by. If I hear a distant sound, then I know they're probably on the other side of the map. So I'll go across here and I'll stop when I hear the person jumping on the top, which is right now. I can hear him jumping. Because the sound is distant, I know he's not anywhere near here. I mean, like, I'll put more bots in a second so there'll be more people to hear and stuff. But this is generally when it's like 1v1. So you hear the sound, so there's no need to turn over here and you just know he's over here because you can hear him. So I'm not worried about turning here to make sure anyone's there because I know straight away that he's not. So I'm going through here, and you can hear, notice the sound of the ground he's jumping on. So you know, you can hear that it's this sound, this sort of ground. If he was jumping on this ground here, it'd be a lot heavier, and it's a different sound. And when you jump on this one, it's that sort of shallow sort of noise, and you can hear him up there, see him up there as well. So when you're down, if you say you're down the bottom here, you're on this ground here, and you hear that noise, you know he's coming from the left speaker. So I'll explain that after, but just stick with the ground jumping first. So you can hear the sort of surface he's jumping on, and you know that all this surface down on the bottom here is a different surface. It's the ground, the grass, dirt sort of ground sound. And you can hear that the noise is pretty loud. So automatically I know straight away that he's up on the next level, and he's like straight above me. And it wouldn't be him jumping in there, because you can hear that the sound is right above you, and it's coming from the left side of the speaker. So I know he's to my left, and he's up there somewhere. So then, yeah, you just run around. You see him and you just shoot. Yeah, so that's one way of doing it. So that's something to practice. So just knowing where he is, the enemy, knowing the different sound surfaces. So I'll delete, kill him. If I can. How do you do it? There we go. Okay, now I'll do it so he's jumping on the bottom sound here, so you know the differences. Okay, so once again, if you're coming along here, you hear that noise. You can now hear that it's coming from the right speaker, so automatically you turn to the right. I know a lot of people, when they're the last person in a match, or they're just standing still, they can't tell where the guy's coming from. I don't know why. They're just not listening, they don't use sound. But sound is definitely what helps you and tells you where the enemy is. So, as you can hear, the sound's coming from the right speaker, and you know that the sound is this dirt sound on the bottom. He's jumping on this one. And it's not on this sort of concrete ground, so this is a lot lighter. The one he's jumping on is heavy. So yeah, you hear it's from the right, and he's got to be on the bottom because there's only this dirt on the bottom here. It's not up at the base or anything. So you know straight away he's in this corner. So you just come straight around and you just shoot him.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
Yeah, so you can practice that on many maps. Practicing what sounds they make on each different surfaces. With the map Skyline, you can't really use sound for that because the walls are so thin and you just can't tell the difference if they're right above you or if they're coming around the corner, because the sounds are so loud. Even when they're on the next level up, it sounds as if they're right next to you coming around the corner. So don't worry about that map, you can't really use sound as much for that one. So yeah, yeah, this is the guy here jumping on the same thing there, so you know he's there, coming around the corner. Now I'll spawn multiple bots. Just say one's here. I have to make them jumping so they make sound. They won't make sound if I just spawn them in the one spot just standing there. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I'll just put 3 there just for now. Oh, okay, for Temple, some people, they just like to camp at base. When as soon as the round starts, they just let their guys die, or they just stay back to try and clutch it at the end, which is what I do sometimes, but I usually just go out there because I'm not afraid with a sniper. I just take them on. So yeah, when you start here, run along, and straight away I can hear someone noise jumping. So I know straight away that he's on the ground and he's over there because I can hear it's coming evenly from both speakers, and it's not straight from the left, it's not straight from the right. So I know straight away he's hiding around this corner in there. So I'll just go straight and shoot him with that. Yeah. Now the next one. Okay, that sound there, the hollow one, you can still hear that one over there, don't worry about him. Let's focus for this sound here. Okay, so you can hear it somewhere from over there. Now with this, I'd normally always come out here because he could be jumping on top of this ledge here at the second level, at the corner there. So he could be there either, but once I look there and if I don't see him there, then I'll usually run around here, and I know that he's like right here, he's on this because he has to be inside. So yeah, that's another sound. You just gotta focus on the sounds the ground make. And also, yeah, there's another guy over here. Yeah, so this is the first video. Sorry if it's not that good, I'm just making it up as I go along. But hopefully you get what I mean, just knowing the different ground surfaces, the sounds they make. When you sprint as well, you know, there's that sound, and then when you cross over onto this bottom surface there, you notice the difference. See, so you notice the difference there.
Cover me, I'm reloading.
So yeah, yeah, you can practice this just using bots, or if you just get a couple of mates to go in a game and just ask them to help you out. So you're trying to practice to pinpoint where the enemy's location is. Then yeah, just get them to move around and then tell them where you think they are, and then yeah, you can just practice like that. And the more you get better at it, the easier it'll be to pinpoint them once you've done it for a while. So you might only get them to tell your mate only to take like 5 steps, or to just jump once, and then if you're close enough and you heard it, then you could probably guess where he is. I know this map inside out like the back of my hand, so I know pretty much exactly where everyone is, and that's why I always get a pretty good score when I'm doing round match from Temple. So yeah, this is the first one, just knowing a couple of different sounds of the surfaces. and a little bit about of where they actually are, the bots. And yeah, the next video will probably be probably the sounds as well. Again, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll be making a couple of videos, maybe 3 or 4, how many of it takes, and just showing different tactics and stuff about sniping. So yeah, this is the first one done, and yeah, hope you guys like it. Peace out.